I would also like to congratulate the former board members for doing an excellent job in their tenure as we went through many challenges in the last 2 years. And also share my best wishes to the new board, who I invite to collaborate further closely with ANAA, the Alumni Association. Now, as being an educational consultant, like many of you, I sometimes have to face really tough questions, like, why are you sending so many students abroad? Or statements like, Nepal will be empty thanks to people like you. But we all have to face that, and we all have our unique answers. I was fortunate enough to say that I showed them a big smile, and I let them know that even I went and left Nepal 13 years ago, but I decided to come back. But I stayed there for 2 years, but when I came back with a degree that was from one of the best universities in the world. And I was so fortunate that Australia gave me that visa. And with that Monash University degree, that has really helped me excel in my career. And also, I also let those people know that as now I am an educational counselor, I am simply doing my duty of helping students achieve their dreams. And also, as a graduate who returned back, I'll help others returnees to settle back to Nepal, help them find jobs if possible, introduce them to various network groups who would be very much related to their fields, so that they don't feel lost in navigating this professional career direction. And I too have personally created more than hundreds of jobs myself, which I'm very happy of. So rather than worrying about the numbers of people leaving the country, I always try to focus on and always advise others to focus on how we can create a much more favorable scenario for people here, so that people would want to stay back, or even better, return back to our homeland in Nepal. I think the same is in our country, with our country, Nepal. We really need to create more jobs and create better opportunities for the youth, so that they can feel they are more productive, which eventually help in boosting our economy. But nonetheless, it is a fact that we need Nepalese diasporas to come back home, come back in Nepal. And when I mean to come back home, I don't necessarily mean that people should sell their modern houses in Sydney, or their expensive cars in Perth, or even their high salaried job in Melbourne and come back here. But they really need to invest some time back in Nepal, their knowledge and some of their resources which could greatly benefit the industries here in Nepal, which I must add, as a banking personnel, I see ample spaces of growth in almost every industry here. But to do so, one really needs courage. A graduate must be confident in their field. That's where a counselor's job comes in great value. They can only be confident when the students are counseled well. When the students are counseled well, they will have the knowledge and they will be able to see the gaps in the industry in any country and have the confidence to work on them. So, in a very similar fashion, many of our members in the Alumni Association came back to Nepal and have contributed greatly to the society. Very few examples that I would like to name here, as they are so long. We all have heard of the very famous Dr. Sandhu, the doctor who has restored the eye visions of millions of people through his groundbreaking research on cataract surgery. He was greatly supported by Dr. Fred Hollows, an Australian doctor, without whom the low-cost surgery might not have been possible. Dr. Ruth's effort has not only helped Nepalese, but has also helped people globally. And I know we all are proud of Dr. Ruth. But did you also know that the man who pioneered open heart surgery in Nepal, Dr. Damodar Prasad Pokhran, a graduate from University of Sydney, also went to pioneer the same surgery in Papua New Guinea. So with his expertise, he pioneered not only in Nepal, but in a different country as well. And the lady doctor who saved our current the Prime Minister's life, is also the pioneer of nephrology, an important part of the kidney transplant procedure. He's a graduate of Monash University. She is Dr. Divya Singh Shah. And both of these doctors are still working till date. You can go and meet them, but you do need to take an appointment since they are very busy. These are strong proofs that the contribution is immense when skilled people come back and champion the changes. Another example I want to take is, you might have heard about microfinance companies. But did you know the concept was not very actually Western. It was it was a concept that was created in Bangladesh by Muhammad Yunus. The concept that started in Bangladesh now is a concept that is used worldwide and has successfully tackled poverty to great extent. In a similar fashion, in the environment industry, the concept of community forestry was first tested and implemented in Nepal in a joint project with the Nepalese and the Australian people. Today, the concept of community forestry is practiced worldwide, and this has helped with the communal management of forests and generated income to the community throughout the world. So partnerships as such are very, very important. On an individual level, I also highlight the work done by Mr. Abhishek Shrestha. You might not know him, or you might have, but he is a champion in renewable energy. With his passion in sustainable energy, Mr. Malla has implemented over 1,600 solar energy projects and has impacted the lives of over 10 lakh people in rural Nepal, and who now have access to solar power and making their lives more safer and healthier. Those children who couldn't get light to simply study in the night also now have access to that light source, and now they can study. So it has impacted in multiple ways. I also want to mention the contributions of Dr. Ram Hari Lamichhane, who is a champion in vocational education. Apart from being a true advocate of the need of CTVT education in Nepal, because not everyone can afford a degree, he even served as the first Nepali Director General to the Columbus Plan Staff College based in Manila, Philippines. It is a joint multinational project. It is such an amazing achievement to see a fellow Nepali leading in a global arena. And he too studied in Australia, TAFE, South Australia to be precise. The list is very long. There are governors, ministers, leadership positions, secretaries, even my former president, Dr. Ram Hari sir, he was the first secretary for the first president's office in Nepal. So the message I want to leave you here all today, and at the same time inspire millions more. As an educational consultant, I meet students and I always think, will he be the next Dr. Ruth, or she be the next Dr. Neelam Dhungana? Dr. Neelam Dhungana is a graduate of Wollongong University, and she is the current Deputy Governor of Nepal. And I hope that soon we can have a female Governor of Nepal as well. So here, as the President of an Alumni Association, my humble request to all my educational counselor friends is really understand the students' interests and give them the best possible course options so tomorrow they can be a leader at any field. And of course, you can reach out to Anna to know more about these amazing stories, because they are really a lot, and it will be unfair if I just take your day's time, not just minutes here. But as time is short, before I leave, I want to highlight one more amazing work done by a very special member of ANAA. She recently became our member, but she has been immensely supporting ANAA wholeheartedly since 2021. She is an Australian. I think she first visited Nepal around 1980, but came back again to Nepal with her love, and she has been here since. I think she likes to call Nepal her second home, but I'm not too sure. Some of the important works that she did is strengthen the bilateral relations of Nepal and Australia in itself. She has worked very hard in bringing the Assistant Foreign Minister of Australia, Tim Watts, to Nepal, and has also brought in multiple members of the Parliament, including the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorary Milton Dick. She and her team created Nepal-Australia Business Advisory Group, which is working very hard to develop and diversify economic relations of the two nations. She recently supported in bringing Australian professors from Curtin University to develop workshops in Kathmandu University in the schools of arts. She even played an important supportive role in creating our Agency Association Alliance, which is more united than ever, and provided opportunity for all of us to have regular dialogue with the members of the Australian High Commission, DHA and Education, which is very important for us because we have to have our voices be heard as well. That's the platform where we can express what problems we are facing. She has even made the first Australian footy rule. She has even made the first Australian footy exhibition match game possible in Nepal. She is a very strong advocate of gender equality and always a kind supporter to the people in need. And finally, there are hundreds of works she has done, but I think most importantly, she has inspired me and thousands of people that she has met. Everyone who has met her or she talks about her always has kind words about her. I am talking about our very own Australian Ambassador Felicity Volk, who we are so lucky and blessed to have. You have done an outstanding job as an ambassador, and you have shown us how mighty yet caring a true leader can be. Thank you again, Ambassador. You give us all strength. Thank you again, AAERI Nepal. Congratulate you on the 6th AGM, and my best wishes to the new board. And I wish everyone here a great night ahead. Thank you.